Yes, got myself a new laptop. I'm a bit late to the party with the touch bar, but it's better late than never. I've never done a tech review before, this is the first time, or even an unboxing. I'm not quite sure what this video will be, but I'll definitely be unboxing and it'll be a tech review. And I'll use the original intro, I think, because I don't have a new one for this. Maybe it's something I'll work on. Anyway, intro. What's up everyone, it's great to see all your smiley faces. So I finally decided to make that move and get a new laptop for many reasons. Main one is for video editing on the go whilst I'm traveling and adventuring. So I've put this video together to hopefully shed some light on any of you that are making that transition or deciding which laptop to get. So I think it all comes down to mainly the MacBook Pro. I like Apple, I like the way it looks. That's the chosen one I went for, but the model is definitely a MacBook Pro for video editing. Whichever software you're using, if it's Adobe Premiere, which is what I use, or Final Cut. But the reason why I've got this situation and what I want to share with you is, do I go for the 13-inch, which is obviously a less cost and slower processor, of course, or the 15-inch, which is faster and obviously a higher cost. But what I wanted to do a comparison and test out is it worth making the compromise for a slower machine and paying less, which is always a plus, versus smaller and lightweight? Because on the type of travels that I go on, and by the way, if you don't know what kind of travel and adventure I do, I'll cut away to some B-roll now so you can check out what sort of traveling and adventure I do.
What's up guys, I'm Carly Vlogs and welcome to What Adventures, a series of videos where I go around the world and adventure ride on dirt bikes across many landscapes. Oh yeah! Going through my head like a jet plane, going with the lights on, turn satisfied, we will fight tonight.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. You can expect many more videos in that nature from me. And that's one of the main reasons again why I wanted to get a new laptop, so I can edit my vlogs whilst I'm out exploring the landscapes and traveling and adventuring. So you'll definitely see a lot more videos like that. And now let's get straight into it. I've got the new 13-inch Touch Bar MacBook Pro here, and it's about time I got this thing opened. I went down to Apple and asked them if I could have a 13-inch to try out, and they said why not. So I'm going to give it a spin. Let's get this thing open. You gotta love Mac's packaging. Nice and slim and already nice and lightweight. We've got the actual laptop in dark silver. USB 3 power cable. I think that's the power cable. Paperwork. The charger. That's it. Oh, it's not much of an unboxing. 1, 2, 3 main items and the paperwork. Right. Nice fancy box, I'll save that for later. That's touch bar as well. I can see that's going to come in handy for video editing, especially if they have options up there for short keys. One thing I did notice is that you've got the USB 3, so all my existing stuff, like even the old USB connector, I don't know if you can see that, the old USB connector, or even the Thunderbolt doesn't even work on these anymore. So they've changed it completely to USB-C. Well, I did my research ahead of time and I went ahead and bought one of these hyperdrive USB hubs, which connects the two USB-C into the side here. So it just means I've got to have this extra thing to go around with me, but being a hub, I can connect my cinema display that I've got at home and SD card, micro SD card, old school USBs, Thunderbolt USB-C, normal USB-C, and I think there's a HDMI input there as well. So that's a little extra that I've got to carry around with me, but not a problem. Being a hub, it's got multiple inputs for things. So now that this is all set up, now I haven't got the 15-inch one because let's face it, that's obviously going to be faster. So I don't need to do a comparison with that one here. But the reason I've got this 13-inch one is because it's smaller and it's lighter weight and the price is a lot less than the 15-inch. So if this one does the job and this one ticks most of the boxes of what I'm looking for, fast workflow, rendering time, as long as I can scrub through the footage, as long as it can handle my workflow and I can still keep the same speed that I've got to at this level, then I'm more than happy to stick this one in my rucksack, get on the dirt bike, go across any country's landscape, and when I stop at the end of the day, I can assemble and publish my edit straight from this one. And it's not going to take up that much real estate in my bag. And obviously it's, I think, 400 or 500 grams less than the 15-inch. So that's a plus. Lighter weight, smaller space is a big plus. So if this one pulls it off, this is the one that's going in my rucksack and I'm going to be using. And let's just go straight to the weight. The weight is 1.37 kilograms. Now, if you imagine an average bag of sugar, that's 1 kilogram. So if you're taking a rucksack across trekking or landscape, dirt biking, multi-day tours or anything like that, can you imagine almost 1.5 bags of sugar in your rucksack? That'll be the weight of this. Now the 15-inch, wow, 1.83 kilograms. That's heavier for sure. So I would say another half a bag of sugar. That's not bad of a compromise, to be honest, but when you're riding across landscapes on a dirt bike or you're trekking, every single gram counts in your backpack. So the tech specs on the 13-inch, obviously the processor is slower than the 15-inch touch bar. So this one is a dual core. The 15-inch is quad core, so for sure it's going to be quicker with rendering speeds and it's going to be quicker overall with handling the content that you put through. Okay, so I've worked on a cinematograph. My wife recently did a shoot for Tresemme. She's been doing some product endorsements for Unilever, and Tresemme is under that brand. So I did a cinematograph for her this morning so she could put to her Instagram account. So I did a cinematograph for her this morning and it seemed that that was lagging when I had the cinematograph open in Photoshop and I was working on the video timeline. And the rendering speed seems to have been a little bit slow. So it was lagging on there a little bit, but that's not a big problem. So I just finished working on a project that I worked on a couple of weeks back for a client of mine. And I wanted to put that into Premiere Pro with this laptop because it was content heavy, there was transitions, the timeline was already full of media, and I wanted to see how it would handle that, scrubbing through it. So I did some changes to that edit on a different sequence, and there was no buffering, there was no delays or lag or anything, so I'm super happy about that. So I thought I'd throw that project in just to give this computer a fair test with a project that was content heavy. And so far I've not got any problems, but I did notice the rendering time did take about 15 minutes on a 2-minute video. It was only 1080 footage that I was using. I very rarely use 4K. I personally think it's overrated, but if it's a commercial or a documentary that requires it, then of course I'll shoot in 4K, but I won't use this. My main desktop computer is actually a PC. A friend of mine recommended to custom build a PC about half a year ago, and I went ahead, took his advice, and he actually custom built it. So I'll put his link in the description if any of you want to custom build a PC. And I'll cover another video maybe in the future of why I did that, but in short, you can upgrade all the components, including the motherboard and the processor. And with Mac, well, it seems that you can't actually even upgrade anything now. So once this expires, let's say, or once this gets old, you have to buy a whole new unit. And that's just something that Apple formats for themselves, which is, you know, it's good for business for them. But for us as a consumer, we have to buy new products all the time. So with my main computer, I've got a custom built PC that I can upgrade at any point. And if I'm doing 4K video editing or I'm rendering a 2D or 3D animation, then I'll just use my desktop PC for that. But for now, this has handled my 1080 footage on a project that I worked on with a client previously, and I'm really happy about that. That's pretty much almost made my mind up about having this one in my backpack and using this on the go when I'm off traveling and adventuring. I don't think there's any need to get the 15-inch, especially for what I need it for. It's bigger, it's heavier, and I could use that space that I save with other camera gear. Let's face it, if I'm on a 12-day, multi-day tour ride in Africa or Cambodia or somewhere else, everything I have on me is in my backpack. My clothes for the 12 days, my camera gear, and I've got to have my laptop in there as well. So you can already imagine that stuff's going to be crammed in. Right, that concludes my first ever tech review video and unboxing video, kind of unboxing. Let me know if this video has inspired you or helped you make your mind up in which laptop you should get. I've definitely made my mind up. This 13-inch Touch Bar MacBook Pro is going in my backpack and coming along with me on all my travel and adventures now. I'd rather save that space that this beauty has given me now and add more camera gear, because you can never have enough camera gear. But if this has helped you decide, or if you've been inspired by this video, let me know, give me a thumbs up, it really helps. Subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Share this video with anyone you like. And if you've got any questions or suggestions, let me know in the comments below. I reply to every single one. And until next time, maybe I'll do another review video another time, but I'm definitely going on another adventure soon, and I'll see you in the next video.